Hi there. Today we are talking about market assessment, basics of marketing for business projects. My name is Iryna. I'm a Dean of Management Faculty of Vasyl Stefanyk Carpathian National University. And we are continuing the lecture series on the NanoBioTech Nexus project. And the first step, I must admit that views and opinions expressed are, however, those of the author only and do not necessarily reflect those of the European Union or EIT raw materials. Neither the European Union nor IIT raw materials can be held responsible for them. And issues that are being considered today. The next, introduction to business marketing fundamentals, market size evaluation, TAM, competitor analysis, methods and tools, identifying unfair advantages in competition, marketing strategy design for businesses project, fundamentals of digital marketing, social media marketing, SMM, and online promotion tools. The first chapter is Introduction to Business Marketing Fundamentals. And I want to ask you, what is the marketing? What do you associate it with? What do you think of when you hear these words? And to understand this term, I will turn to Philip Kotler, recognized as the father of modern marketing, who gives the following definition. Marketing is a type of human activity aimed at satisfying needs through exchange. And what is marketing? Many people confused marketing with advertising or promotion. In fact, advertising is just one element of marketing. Marketing is a system that includes analyzing marketing and consumer needs, creating a product that meets those needs, setting the right price, choosing distribution channels, where and how to sell, communication with consumers, including advertising. Example, advertising is like a concert poster, and marketing is everything. Choosing the star, organizing the stage, selling tickets, and the lasting impression after the event. Marketing is not something distant from us. It accompanies every choice we make, even if we don't notice this. From choosing a toothpaste to buying a car, marketing influences how we perceive brands, what emotion a product evokes, how we choose between similar products, and how marketing influences our daily decision. Every morning when you buy coffee or open Instagram, you are already integrating with marketing. You buy Starbucks, choose iPhone, not Xiaomi, choose discounted products, watching YouTube ads appears, and etc. And real life examples, why this brand? You choose the iPhone because advertising emphasizes functionality and camera. Social proof, many friends have the same one. The brand creates an image of a technological leader. And in marketing, there are key models that help systematize strategy and interact effectively with the market. Among these are the 4P concept, which was later expanded to 7P and 8P. The 4P, 7P, and 8P models also known as the marketing mix, are different approaches to marketing planning that help companies build effective strategies for promotion products or services in the market. They were created so that businesses could better understand how to attract customers effectively and meet their needs. Each model adds new elements to account for modern market requirements. The 4P model was developed in 1860. It includes four key elements: product, price, place, and promotion. This is the basic model that helps businesses understand what exactly to offer and on the market and how to communicate it to consumers. This model is used to plan marketing strategies. It focuses on four main elements: product, the good or service itself. For example, if you sell coffee, the product is the coffee itself, its taste, aroma, and preparation method. Price, how much your product costs. For example, the price of coffee should meet customer expectations depending on whether it's a specialty coffee or a regular one. Price is a crucial element of the marketing mix as it determines the final profit from sales. It is set based on production costs, competitors' prices, and the desired profit margin. The next one is place, where and how customers can purchase the product, whether it's a physical store or website. Place ensures the product is accessible to the target market, meaning it must be available at the right location where the target customer can see and buy it, at the right time when the customer needs it. In other words, place refers to the company's distribution model. The next one is promotion, how you communicate your product to people. This can include social media, advertising, SEO, physical banners, and etc. This model works well for simple products and services, where the main priority is delivering the right message and ensuring easy access to the product. In 1981, Bernard Booms and Mary Jo Bittner expanded the 4 model into 7P model by adding 3 new elements: people, processes, and physical evidence. This was particularly important in sectors where service quality and customer interaction play a crucial role, such as in services. The 7P model adds 3 elements not found in the 4P. People, everything related to customer interaction. For example, the quality of service in a cafe, which can influence whether customers return. The term emerged with the development of relationship marketing and services marketing. People refers to those who can influence how your product is perceived in the target market. Employees who represent your company and product, sales staff interacting with customers, consumers who act as opinion leaders in the niche, producers who can affect cost and quality, loyal customers and VIP clients who generate significant sales for the company. The next one is processes. how internal processes are organized to deliver services quickly and effectively. For example, in the case of the fast delivery, processes must be well organized so that customers always received their orders in on time. Physical evidence, proof of product or service quality. For example, Google reviews of cafe customer photos on social media, check-ins, etc. This model was specially designed for the service sector, where it is important not only what you sell, but also how you sell it and what atmosphere you create for customers. The next model is 8P. This model later added another element, partnerships. This highlights the importance of collaboration with other companies to achieve better business results. For example, a brand or cafe might partner with influencers for promotion or make agreements with suppliers for better purchasing conditions. This describes the additional element of the 8P model. The 4P, 7P, and 8P models are tools designed to better understand how to organize a business and how to deliver its value promotion to customers. They allow you to systematize processes and identify what is most important for both the client and the business. Adapt strategies depending on the market you operate in. Gain a deeper understanding of customers and their needs. These models also help define the directions for business growth. For example, in the early stage, a business may rely on the core elements of the 4P model, but as it develops, it becomes important to focus on processes, feedback, selecting the right people, and building partnerships. And these models help organize strategy and can be applied at different stages of business development. To better understand their practical use, let's consider the example of a cafe specializing in unique desserts and coffee. And for example, yes, the product is specific dessert. And at the start of the business, the 4P model is applied to define the key components of this strategy. For example, as I said, this cafe offers unique dessert and can also be given to pets. Price, the next one is set based on an analysis of indirect competitors offering similar products. The cafe positions itself as a place for adults with pets, and place includes not only a physical location in a popular part of the city, but also a website, social media pages, and an app that supports delivery. And the next one is promotion. Promotion involves targeted social media companies, discounts for new customers, and collaboration with local bloggers to increase brand awareness. As the business grows, the focus shifts to improving internal processes and service quality, which is where the 7P model comes in. People, process, and physical evidence. People are the key factor in service. Well-trained Staff provide high-quality customer care, which increases loyalty. Processes are automated. A mobile app is introduced for quick order placement, and internal standards are established for fast preparation, reducing waiting times. Physical evidence includes a stylish interior design, a cleanliness of the premises, and positive reviews that confirm the coffee's quality. At the expectation stage, the 8P model is applied, aiding the element of partnerships. For instance, cooperation with local suppliers of organic ingredients highlights the cafe's uniqueness, while partnerships with other businesses, such as bookstores or flower shops, enable joint promotion and events. This not only broadens the audience but also straightens the cafe's market position. And I must admit that 4P, 7P, and 8P models are tools that help structured and effective marketing strategy. They cover different aspects of businesses, from the product itself to customer interaction, and can be adapted to any type of businesses. By using these models, businesses can better understand how they operate and how to improve efficiency. And marketing tasks in this case is it is necessary to create strategic action plans, constantly analyze the market situation, monitor consumer sentiment, and follow marketing trends. Conclusion. Marketing is not about manipulation, but about the exchange of benefits. The customer receives value, the company receives revenue. The next chapter is market size evaluation, TAM, SAM, SOM. And I want to ask you also, what is a market? A startup's market is the total amount of money that users spend or are willing to spend to satisfy their needs. And market analysis may include the next: creating a customer profile, identifying the position of a specific product or brand in the market, studying the competitive landscape, researching market size, uncovering pricing mechanisms in relevant market segments, identifying the best distribution channels, and determining the most effective models of product promotion, tracking the impact of different types of advertising on the target audience. The next one, which you should to know, is market size. Market size is one of the key components of research aimed at estimating the potential value the product or service can reach. And when we talk about market and market size, when we calculate market size, three categories of evaluation are distinguished: is TAM, SAM, and SOM. TAM, SAM, and SOM are fundamental market metrics that turn assumptions into numbers and form the basis for a realistic growth plan. TAM is total addressable market, the total demand for your product. SAM, serviceable available market, the portion of the market you can realistically serve with your current product, monetization model, and geography. SOM, serviceable obtainable market, the share you can realistically capture in the near term with your available resources. Without these metrics, companies tend to overestimate their goals, scatter budgets, and choose their own segment priorities. With them, they align sales goals with market potential, select the right customer segments, and plan channels, marketing, and growth budgets. 10. How company customers need products or services. And this market TAM is the maximum possible market volume that a startup could theoretically capture if there were no limitation at all. Estimating TAM help assess the business potential and overall demand for the product or services. TAM can be calculated in financial terms or in terms of the total number of potential users worldwide. 100% of people or companies that have the problem. Financial calculation involves finding analytical reports, statistical data, studies, or funder assumptions that help estimate how much money is spent in this market, the total annual turnover. This information can be found in databases, analytics, or reports. If financial data is not available, TAM can also be calculated in terms of the total number of potential users, then converted into financial terms by multiplying by the price of the product or service to average ticket size or similar indicators. TAM evaluation is crucial for the business model and startups' financial planning since further financial projections and metrics depend on it. Example, Coca-Cola. TAM is the entire global non-alcoholic beverage market, including all brands and types of beverages consumed worldwide. The next one is SAM, Serviceable Available Market. SAM is the portion of TAM that can be realistically addressed by the product, considering geographic targeting, consumer profiles, and other factors. In other words, SAM is calculated as a subset of TAM, limited geographically and demographically, often expressed as a percentage of TAM based on customer segmentation. The SAM, serviceable available market, is the share of the total market that the startup can potentially serve given its target audience. For example, Coca-Cola, SAM is the segment of the global non-alcoholic beverage market that can be served through Coca-Cola's current distribution network and product portfolio. The next one is SUM. SUM is the portion of SAM, the realistic market share a startup can capture with the resources currently available. SUM is calculated in the following ways, based on capacities and based on competitors. Based on capacity, if product creation depends on production, man hours, or other limited resources, estimate how much the startup can produce per month, year, or 5 years. This sets the maximum possible sum. Based on competitors, look at competitors' market shares and use this as a benchmark to estimate your startup's potential market share. Some reflect the share a company expects to achieve in the next few years in terms of revenue. By definition, SUM is smaller than SAM. unless the company is a monopoly with 100% market share. And example, Coca-Cola, sum is the specific share of SAM that Coca-Cola can realistically capture in the near future, taking into account its strengths and potential barriers. And we have an example for Samsung for Zara, Levi Strauss, Nike, and etc. There are two main approaches to estimate sum and sum, top-down and bottom-up. Top-down, this approach starts with the existing market research data for the entire market and then gradually narrows down by elimination segments that don't apply to the target market. Bottom up, this method is used when hypotheses have already been tested and the company has data on the sales funnel. The marketer knows the conversion rate, sales costs, and other key metrics. The calculation of these metrics begins with known project indicators. First, sum is calculated, then SAM, and finally TAM. Typically, the bottom-up approach yields smaller numbers than the top-down method. And market size in inclusion. We have to calculate your potential customer base, estimate how much money they spend, multiply the customer base by the average revenue, and information on the growth or decline of your chosen market segment. And sources of information used to determine market size. Access to open information resources of government, monitoring of mass media and data sets on the internet, corporate information source, field research. Who should estimate the market size? Early stage startups, companies seeking growth. And common mistakes when evaluation the market. Not to identify a target market segment, to build on only the data of competitors, design the company's business model, use data obtained from the second market to evaluate your and market assessment using verified sources. The next one is market potential analysis. And in this case, we started from ABC analysis. ABC analysis of the client portfolio helps to understand which customers generate the highest revenue. This allows businesses to identify their own impact points. Correctly determining them shows where and how to what extent resources should be allocated. A deeper analysis enables segmentation by businesses, areas, and roles of people within companies. However, much depends on the specialistic and the amount of time allocated for such research. Therefore, understanding the details of the current portfolio is the first step in the developing the commercial side of the businesses. Based on APC analysis, data is available on existing clients and the necessary knowledge of their business. APC analysis is a method of classifying products by priority according to selected criteria, where A is high priority, B medium, C low. It is based on the Pareto principle, the 80 to 12, 20 rule, which states that 20% of efforts generate 80% of the results. In category management, this means that 20% of all products bring 80% of the turnover. If you are targeting the Ukrainian market, open sources already provide information about the number of companies operating there. For more detailed segmentation, it is convenient to use the market analysis functionality of the U-Control analytics system for checking companies. It allows you to find the necessary list of companies by industry code, region, revenue, data of establishment, and many other filters. The next was is trend research. When analyzing market potential, it is also important to consider growth trends in different sectors. This is necessary to understand the dynamics of growth or decline. A, a sector can be profitable yet risky. By recognizing these, strategies can be adjusted for the coming years. You can use your own internal research or publicity available analytics from companies you trust. Another option is to order research that, in addition to identify trends, will help thoroughly assess the market potential and improve efficiency. Next is constant monitoring. When searching for clients in the B2B segment, it is important to monitor newly registered companies. Such companies may require services to support and develop their businesses, such as opening a bank account, accounting, and legal services. Therefore, businesses targeting new companies should not neglect continuous monitoring. And you should try to use Google Trends. It's very useful tools for marketing. The next you should know is market share. Is the percentage ratio of a company's products sales revenue or production value to the total market value in a given sector. This metric is used to determine the degree of dominance or presence of a given entity in the market. Market share in percent equals the sales value of the enterprises divided by the volume of demand in the market. That is the total sales volume of the product in the market multiplied by 100%. And this matrix can be calculated for the market as a whole or for a specific segment. And how to increase their market share? It's price reduce, innovation, attracting a new audience, retain existing customers, and brand awareness. The BCG matrix is a popular and effective tool that helps manage a product portfolio and increase sales. Its effectiveness has been proved by the Boston Consulting Group and years of practice in leading global companies. Its essence lies in dividing products into four groups based on two criteria: market growth rate, demand, and market share, sales. The first one is STAR, products with high demand and a large share of sales. They are sales leaders and bring the most profit. They should be closely monitored as they can quickly lose their positions and shift into another category. Cash cows, products that once held a significant share of sales but have partially lost popularity over time. These products still generate solid profits and maintain a competitive position. They do not require major new investments, but should be maintained to harvest the result of previous efforts and brand recognition. Question marks or problem children, products that are in demand but hold only a small share of sales. In the future, with the proper investment and promotion, they can become stars. The key is to determine whether investing time and money is worthwhile. Dogs, products with low demand and low sales share. The main strategy for them is to minimize left loss and sell them off if necessary. Understanding which group a product belongs to helps build the most effective marketing strategy and determine which products to purchase and eat what in what volume, which ones to promote and support, and which to phase out. This approach helps increase the sales, minimize the cost, and unlimitedly boost the overall profitability. And the next one you should know is market analysis. Market analysis is a thorough assessment of the market within a specific industry, and we should know about market type. That's, for example, new market, established market, and cloned market. And if we're talking about new market, if you are created a new market, your positioning can be based on differentiation. By definition, there are no existing companies to compare with. Established market, if you are entering an established market, your position should highlight that your company is reliable and different from the rest. And cloned market, your company's positioning can't rely on differentiation either, since there are no comparable players yet in your local market. The next chapter is competitor analysis, methods, and tools. And first of all, you should know what is the competition. Competition is the process of rivalry and interaction among producers aimed at securing the most favorable conditions for production and sales, as well as achieving higher profits. And competitors can be direct and indirect. And direct competitors are those who solve the same problem, the same tasks as in your value proposition canvas in the same way as you. Indirect competitors are those who solve the same problem, the same task as in your value proposition canvas, but in different ways. So we know about potential competitors. It's a company or recognitions that are not direct competitors at the moment, but have the potential to become such in the future, either by entering your market or by changing their business model to meet the same customer needs as you do. They may come from other industries, use different business models, or be startups just entering the market that can occupy your niche. What are the benefits of competition? Improved product quality, fair pricing, innovation and development, better customer service, motivation for self-improvement. Where to find information about competitors? It's competitors' websites and social media, competitors' online advertising, review and rating platforms, SEO tools and analytics, public sources, offline observations, and mystery shopper techniques. The next one is competitive analysis. Competitor analysis should be based on the problem they solve, key features, pricing, market performance, positioning, market in which they operate. And in this case, I want to present a competitive analysis with this startups is Elomia. Elomia Health is a Ukrainian product company operating since 2019 and a global leader of at the intersection and generative artificial intelligence and mental health. Elomia is an AI-based psychological platform that helps people improve their mental health, and results of the competitive analysis are shown on this site. SWOT analysis, one of the most popular analytical methods that allows for a comprehensive assessment of the company's strengths and weaknesses, as well as the opportunities and threats it faces, and strengths, internal advantages that make the businesses stand out from competitors. For example, best customer service in the market, more affordable pricing, etc. Weaknesses, internal limitation that make the company vulnerable. For example, ineffective advertising, lack of staff, etc. Opportunities, external factors the company can leverage for growth, and for example, well-located production facilities. Threats, external risks that may harm the company, for example, high market competition. The next one tools is Porter's five forces models. This framework allows you to assess the market and competitive pressure on your business. In analysis, five key forces shaping the competitive environment. For example, it's industry rivalry, threat of new entrants, threat of substitutes, bargaining power of suppliers, and bargaining power of buyers. Industry rivalry, it's a level of competition. Analyzes how intense competition is among existing players in the market. High competition levels can reduce industry profitability, profitability, threat of new entrants, potential new players, assess how easy it is for new companies to enter the market. Either entry means more competition and potential lower profits. Threat of substitutes, it's alternative products, determines whether there are alternative products or services that can satisfy the same customer needs. A higher threat of substitutes can limit companies' pricing power. Bargaining power of suppliers, analyze how much influence suppliers have on price and supply conditions of raw materials or services. Strong suppliers can take away part of the company's profits, and bargaining power of buyers. Examine how much influence customers have on prices and sales conditions. If buyers have many alternatives or purchase in large volumes, they gain greater power. The next is an example of competitiveness polygon. A competitive polygon is a visualization of product or company performance based on a key criteria, for example, price, quality, service, market share, promotion effectiveness, brand prestige, and etc. Compare it with the companies. It helps identify strengths and weaknesses relative to competitors and develop effective strategies to improve market positions. And how to create a competitive polygon or rather chart. First of all, select evaluation criteria, choose the key characteristics by which you'll assess your company and competitors, for example, price, quality, innovation, etc. Identify key competitors, focus on those operating at a similar level or targeting the same audience. Gather information about your product or company. Be honest and objective. Research your competitors. Use public sources, reviews, websites, and tools to assess their strengths and weaknesses. Organize the data into a table. Score each company, including yours, on each criteria, usually on a scale from 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. Draw the chart. Use a radar spider chart to visualize, compare competitive positions across criteria. 5 strategies to outperform competitors. First of all, it's a first mover strategy. Be the first to enter a new niche or introduce an innovation. Leadership strategy. Dominate the market through scale, resources, or brand authority. Diversification. Expand your product line, services, or market segments. Focus strategy. Concentrate on a narrow target market and serve it better than anyone else. Differentiation strategy. Stand out through unique value, design, experience, or features. And you have some exercise. Analyze your competitors in relation in your problem, and you should write down the competitors' advantages and disadvantages to this table. Target audience and client portrait. Target audience, segments of people interested in your product. Client portrait, the image of a typical representative of the target audience segment. How does knowing your target audience increase sales? First of all, understanding the problems, optimizing costs, accurate positioning, effective approach to competition, improving the effectiveness of marketing strategy. And you should know segmentation criteria. For example, the first one is socio-demographic, gender, age, income, education, social status, etc. Geography, region, city, population density. Behavior, what tasks does the product solve and the intensity of consumption. Psychographics, lifestyle, motivation, values, other personal factors. And you should to try this 5W method for describe client portrait. And this method includes 5 questions which start with letter Y or W. What is the client interested in? Who is he or she? Why is he making the purchase? When and under what conditions does the customer make a purchase? And where can I find and attract a client? target audience. Mobile, for example, we should to try understand our target audience. For example, mobile app for learning English, and it could be students aged 80 24 who want to improve their English for study or future work abroad. And also, it could be office workers aged 25, 40 years old who are learning English for career advancement or passing international certification. And in this case, client portrait could be the next one. We write down what is the name, gender, age, marital status, education, profession, income, children, hobbies, problem, motivation, technology, social networks. It very useful to understand our client. And in this case, also we should to know what is benchmarking. Benchmarking is used to improve business process, increase efficiency, and enhance competitiveness by systematically comparing performance with best practice or competitors or industry leaders. It helps identify weaknesses, adopt successful solutions, and build strategies for better results while avoiding costly mistakes. And types of benchmarking is competitive, strategic, synergetic, and functional. Competitive by analyzing the experience of the best company from a neighboring country. Your company implements its practices and becomes a domestic market leader. Strategic, analyzing all potential competitors, including early stage startups. Synergistic, regardless of the industry, your company studies the practices of leaders from the other sectors, including public institutions or educational organizations. And functional, noticing that a company in your industry improved brand awareness after working with a marketing agency may include a relevant opportunity for your business. And benchmarking, for example, we could compare the website of the biggest university in our city, for example. This example you could see in on this screen. The next chapter is identifying unfair advantages in competition. And in this case, I want to add that these factors that make a startup's team or product better than competitors and difficult to copy, those making the startup stronger in the market. Examples include insider information, the lowest market price, exclusive distribution rights, copyrights, or patents. And ask yourself, what does your team have that no one else can easily replicate? It might be a strong team of professionals, insider knowledge, an existing customer base, a unique patent or technology. Identify the core advantage that's hardest to copy. And in this case example, Alomia. Alomia is an AI-powered mental health assistant that replaces a psychologist. It listens, understands, and provides psychological support 24/7. The project has received two grants, media recognition in major Ukrainian outlets, and it's really for global, ready for global scale up. And problem, people fear judgment and find it hard to open up about their mental health. And mental health crises often strike suddenly, while therapist appointments must be scheduled in advance. 51% of Americans cannot afford psychotherapy. Therapy. And also on this screen, you could see what competitors, for example, Warbot, Wiser, Uper, Replica, and Elomia. And how to detect unfair competitive practice. First of all, it's price monitoring. A sudden drop in a competitor's prices below cost may indicate predatory pricing aimed at forcing others out of the market. Reputation and reviews analysis. A spike in negative reviews or online remarks may be evidence of black bear tactic. Sales and traffic tracking. Unexplained drops in your sales or website traffic after a competitor's campaign may signal unethical interference. The compression, lower effectiveness of your ads due to competitor campaigns with similar keywords might point to brand hijacking or unfair SEO. Trade secret analysis. Watch for unauthorized by used for your branding designs or confidential data. And product future review. Investigate if investigate if competitors are falsely advertising competitors or futures that mislead consumers. The next one is chapter is marketing strategy design for businesses projects and what is the marketing strategy. The marketing strategy is a clear plan of action developed by a company or entrepreneur made at promotion the brand and its products expanding market reach and achieving other businesses goals. Examples of successful brands, for example, Apple strategy, the image of a premium brand, unique innovations and products, unified approach to product promotion, adaptation to local target audiences, and the principle of differentiation. The next one is Nike strategy, linking their products with a healthy lifestyle and sports, motivating consumers to achieve goals and engage in physical activity, adapting to local target audiences, and implementing a global marketing strategy. And IKEA strategy, affordable, the high quality products, working with a target audience of average income level, localization in countries with stable economies, a cost optimization strategy, and constant expectation of sales markets. Developing a marketing strategy step by step, it includes, first of all, market analysis and segmentation, study market trends, popular products and services, influencing factors for each market segment, and potential risks. The next is competitor analysis. After defining your niche, and product, research your competitors. Common methods include Porter's five forces or positioning maps. The next one is target audience analysis. Understand your consumers and their interests. Create detailed target audience profile, age, gender, location, etc. The next is SWOT analysis. Evaluate your business through the eyes of your consumers. The next is evaluation of product service portfolio and development vectors. Assess which products to remove and which to add to your offering. The next is setting goals and objectives. Define realistic, measurable, and achievable goals. And developing brand positioning, create and define your tone of voice, design elements, color, scheme, company's principles, and core messages to communicate to the public. And I want to admit that SMART goals is a goal which includes specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And tone of voice. To make brands and people understand each other, they need to communicate in the same language. Tone of voice regulates the style of communication to attract the audience. It helps brands appear relatable, understandable, and emotionally engaging. Tone is the tone with which a brand speaks consistently everywhere. It influences social media tags, ad taglines, button labels, and even how customers support response to clients. Using tone helps capture the audience attention using language that feels familiar and close to them. According to Harvard Business Review, customers who are emotionally connected to a brand are over 50% more available to a business than even very satisfied customers. And there are four tone of voice parameters. For example, funny and serious. In this case, we saw that Privatbank, the Ukrainian bank, is like a funny tone, and serious tone is UNICEF. The next, formal and casual. Uber, it's like a formal, and casual is with air. Respectful and irreverent. Respectful, it's Microsoft, and also irreverent, Old Spice. Enthusiastic and matter of fact. The tone of voice Nike is enthusiastic, and matter of fact is Bank, Ukrainian bank. The types of marketing strategy, and we have four strategies. For example, global strategies focused on expanding businesses beyond a single country. Global strategies may include exporting, joint ventures, direct investments, and franchising. Basic strategies aimed at establishing a connection between the product and the customer. Growth strategies focused on increasing sales volume and revenue. Competitive strategies aimed at enhancing market and competitiveness. And who needs a marketing strategy? Those launching a new product or service, those seeking to identify competitive advantages, those looking for new growth opportunities, those who want to increase their market share, those expanding their geographical sales area, those aimed to achieve goals and increase profits. Examples of marketing strategy, for example, 4P, Apple marketing mix, promotion, product place, and price. And another example is Netflix marketing strategy. The next chapter is fundamentals of digital marketing. What you should know about digital marketing. Digital marketing is a method of maintaining engagement with both online and offline target audience in a digital environment, ranging from websites and social media to TV ads or billboards with QR codes. With the right strategy, any company from large international B2B corporations to small B2C businesses can benefit significantly from digital promotion. Main channels of digital marketing. Its website. This can be a single product landing page or a comprehensive multi page company site. Social media, one of the most accessible and straightforward ways to present your business digitally. Mobile apps. The average user spends about 3 hours a day on their smartphone, a significant portion of available daily time. Smart devices. The number of smart gadgets is increasing. Early offer new ways to connect with audience. Interactive displays increasingly replacing traditional billboards, offering dynamic and engaging content. Smart TV, just like smartphones and smart watches, they support internet access and apps usage. Various post materials, while traditionally seen as outdoor advertising, they are now part of the digital mix, printed materials with QR code, for example. How to choose digital marketing channels? It's optional to focus on 2 or 3 channels. The right choice depends on 3 key factors. First of all, target audience, age, gender, interests, occupation, income level, family status, etc. Products specifics. For instance, a furniture company would only benefit from a mobile app if it includes AR. Goals and campaign stage boost brand awareness, generate website traffic, increase the conversation, and etc. Digital marketing tools include search engine optimization, it's SEO, paid search advertising, email marketing, content marketing, social media marketing, affiliate marketing, mobile marketing, TV advertising, billboard advertising, video marketing. And also, you should try this online course, Fundamentals of Digital Marketing, to more understand how it's work. The next one's chapter is social media marketing, SMM, and online promotion tools. And what is SMM? SMM, social media marketing, is the use of social media platforms to achieve business goals, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, or other platforms. They are your best allies for promotion, a brand, product, or service. In essence, SMM includes publishing content to showcase the brand, its uniqueness and values, attracting new followers, potential customers, engaging and communicating with the audience, launching paid social media ads, boosting brand image, analyzing performance and metrics. Goals and objectives of SMM. Increase reach and brand awareness, build customer loyalty, drive traffic to the website, generate leads and conversations. Essential tools for the SMM specialist, online promotion tools include paid ads targeting, for example, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, post planners, analytics tools, Meta Ads Manager, Google Analytics, creative design tools, Canva, Adobe Express, and etc. Also, in this direction, we have user profiles by platform. For example, Facebook. Dominate age group, it's 25-34 years old, a universal platform for connecting people and brands. The next is profile by platform Instagram. Dominant age group, it's 18-24. Supports three formats: feed, stories, and reels, similar to TikTok. And user profile by platform Twitter, dominant age group 25-34 years old. User profiles by platform TikTok, dominant age groups 10-19 years old, 32%, and 30% is 20-29 years old. And user profiles by platform LinkedIn, dominant age group 21-45 years old. And a platform for job search and requirement, ideal for sharing professional content and etc. Paid SMM methods, contextual advertising ads displayed to users based on their interests, search queries, demographics, and other behavioral or contextual parameters. Targeted advertising ads shown to a specific group or user selected based on definite criteria such as gender, age, location, etc. Influencer marketing involves collaboration with popular bloggers, celebrities, or niche experts who have a significant following and influence their audience purchasing decisions. And free SMM methods, it's bartering with influencers, mutual peer with similar temp campaigns, sharing user-generated content, viral content creation, using using thematic hashtags, geotags to target local audience, commenting on post with brand mention. And how to work with a reputation on a social network. It's very necessary to understand what is it. And in this direction, I must admit that online reputation is how a person or brand is perceived by others, which is extremely important for business. Negative comments or reviews on social media can not only damage a company's image, but also lead to loss of trust and even customers. Some ways to manage reputation on social media include monitoring mention of your brand, product, or service regularly, respond to negative comment, engage with satisfied customers, publish quality content, and etc. Overall, reputation management on social media requires a regular effort and attention. Remember that a good reputation is key to successful business performance. It is important that when users search for information about your brand, they find only positive results. The next is content as a way of promotion. Contest it's very useful. They here come in different forms. For example, usually participants are asked to follow company accounts on social media, like posts, share them, tag friends, or create user-generated content. Practice shows that the fewer efforts required to participate, the higher the engagement. The next one is how to determine the payback of SMM promotion and how can you tell whether advertising costs were justified. For this, the return on ad spend was metric is used. This metric shows the profitability of advertising investments and whether campaign delivered the desired results. Examples of successful SMM cases, global brands actively use social media to engage audience and increase sales. One company that leverages Instagram effectiveness in is Nike. A notable campaign was Just Do It, celebrating the 30th anniversary of the iconic slogan, and users shared stories of overcoming challenges and achieving goals with the hashtag Just Do It. This helped Nike straighten audience connections and highlights its brand values. Interaction with the audience. It's include comments, polls, live broadcasts, loyalty work programs, contests, community management, and analytics and KPIs. Reach, interaction, likes, comment, saves, clicks to websites, and cost per lead. And the next one is marketing sales funnel. Marketing sales funnel is a step-by-step model of the customer journey from first contact with company to making a purchase. Visualize it's look like an inverted pyramid. The white top represents to the total target audience, while the narrow bottom shows loyal buyers. The purpose of the funnel is to understand what potential buyers think and do at each stage of interaction with the brand. This allows businesses to improve marketing effectiveness, choose effective communication forms, and increase conversion rates. And standard sales funnel stages is first of all awareness. The target audience first learns about your product or service. Interest, the customer shows seriously studies features and benefits, compare with competitors, reads reviews, and etc. Decision, the buyer is always almost ready to purchase. And action, the customer places an order and pays. And retention after purchase, it is important to ensure customer satisfaction by resolving issues quickly and motivating repeat purchase and reference. And I want to say to you, thank you for your attention. I'll be glad to hear your questions or examples from your own experience. Goodbye.